This exercise session is focused on posture. We will be doing exercises to help stabilize your spine and trunk area, which if practiced regularly, can improve your posture and reduce your risk of pain and injury. Here is a list of what you will need today. A straight back armless chair without wheels, comfortable clothing, closed-toe shoes, a water bottle, a stretch band is helpful but not absolutely necessary, your telephone in case you fall and cannot get up, and an enthusiastic attitude. Gather your items and we will be right back. Welcome. This video is brought to you by the Exercise and Physical Activity Resource Center at the University of California, San Diego. My name is Gretchen Verbeff. I'm an exercise physiologist and a balance and mobility specialist with the County of San Diego. I teach an exercise program to older adults called the Feeling Fit Club. Shar Shade is an associate professor for San Diego Continuing Education and teaches health and wellness classes in the 55+ program. One of those classes is Feeling Fit and Healthy, which is a collaborative class with the county's Aging and Independent Services. Let's begin with a posture check. I'd like to review neutral spine with you. Neutral spine refers to when you bring the belly button towards the spine and you think about different alignment points. Here's a plumb line. Think about the ear being in alignment with the shoulder in line with the midline of the hip in alignment with the ankle bone. Here is neutral spine. Chin is level, belly button's brought back towards the spine, shoulders are down and back. Now we're ready to begin. We're going to begin with just a march in place. So nice and tall, neutral spine in a seated position or in standing. Here we go. Just marching in place. Tall posture. Good. We're breathing regularly. Moving into a toe tap. Here we go. Adding a little arm swing. Good. Take your time. If at any time during the exercise session you're not feeling well, please stop. If you're in any pain, I'd like you to also stop. Good. All right, let's go into a heel press, and we're gonna tricep press to the rear. Press that heel down, bringing that toe towards the shin. Press, press. Good. We're gonna return to the toe tap with an arm swing. Here we go. And tap. Now we're gonna be moving the leg to the side after 4 more counts. So I'll count you down. It's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it to the side. Tap to the side. Thumb is down, rotating the shoulder. Press, and 4, 3, 2, take it to the back now. So we're tapping to the back. If you're seated, just adjust the positioning of your feet. If you can, add some arm movements. That increases the level of challenge a little bit. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to the side. Thumb is up this time. Little half jack. We're tapping. Good. Breathing. And now we're going to go back to that front tap. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift that leg a little higher if you can. Engaging the core, neutral spine. 3, 2, and 1. Back to the side, lifting that leg. Seated friends, your leg is bent and you're taking that knee out to the side. 3, 2, now take that leg to the back. Tap or lift. You're extending like you're picking lemons off a tree. Reaching if you can. That's good. Back to the side. Thumb is up. Lift. And if you're getting tired, just take those feet down to the ground. Lift. 2. Back to the front now. Here we go. Lift. Engage the core, neutral spine. 3, 2, and 1. Now let's add an inner hip lift. So it's a little soccer kick. Adding some rotation in the shoulder, lifting that leg. Okay, the heel goes towards the ceiling. Good. Let's go into a knee lift with a bicep curl. Nice and tall. Good. That's it. Now 4, 3, 2, let's do a double knee lift. Here we go. 1, this adds balance challenge. If you're getting tired, stay at the single. You're always welcome to just march in place. Last time, double, double. Now single, up, good, breathing, good, and march it out. Remember, get water anytime you need to have a drink. Okay, let's inhale big. Inhale up, good, exhale out. Inhale up and exhale out. We're gonna go into a wide march, seated or standing, nice and tall. All right, bring those legs back into center. Here we go, center march. Now we're gonna do out and in, out and in, out, in, out, in. We're changing up our gait pattern, our movement, out, in. Good. Add some arms if you want. If your heart rate's high enough, just keep your arms to your side. Good. Out. One more time. March center. Good. Other side leads off. Wide step. Wide and narrow. Wide, narrow. Out, in. Adding arms if you want. Out, in. Out, in. Out. That's it. Good. Let's march center right here. Good. Nice and tall. We're going to move into a side step where we're working inner and outer thigh. Here we go. Side step. Seated or standing. You can add arms if you want. Okay. You can change the height of your arms. Good. 4, 3, good. 2, now we're gonna move into a diagonal weight shift. So you're stepping out and back. Feel that weight shift go through the front of your foot, then back through your heel. All right, 4 more. 3, 2, good. 1, side step now. Back to the side. Very good. All right, now we're gonna shift to that other diagonal position. Here we go. So we're weight shifting. Same thing, adding arms if you're feeling like you can do that. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, good. And 1, back to the side step. Good. And now we'll march it out. March. Excellent. Let's take a deep breath in up. Keep going, keep moving those feet if you can. Good. And roll it out. Inhale up and back. Very nice. Now we're going to work on the lumbar spine. We're going to focus on some exercises that help you stabilize your lumbar spine. You may do this seated or standing. I'd like you to have your feet hip-width apart. Imagine that string attached to the top of your head, pulling you upright. Place your hands on your hips. You may put 2 fingers in front of your hip and your thumb right behind, right on the iliac crest here. We're going to begin with pelvic tucks and then move into tilts. Let me show you what I mean. What I want you to do is I want you to press your navel towards your spine, okay? And as you do that, you're contracting your abs. It's a very subtle movement. We don't want to see a lot of rib cage movement, okay? And we're going to return to neutral spine. So again, what you're doing, your hands are on your hips and you're tucking, squeezing that navel towards the spine, going back to neutral. Squeeze and back to neutral. It's a little bit of a different sensation when you're seated versus standing. So tuck, bring that navel towards the spine and release. One more time, squeeze, keep breathing, hold for 2 seconds and release. Now we're gonna do a pelvic tilt And in this situation, we're sticking the tailbone out and coming back to neutral. Again, fingers are on the hips right here, and we're sticking that tailbone out and coming back to neutral. Sticking it out. This is a pelvic tilt. Remember, there's not a lot of rib cage movement. It's all focused right here in the abdominal wall. Stick that pelvis back and in, back to neutral. Last time, tailbone goes out and back to center. Okay, soft knees are very important as well. We're gonna combine that movement. We're gonna do a tuck and then a tilt. So hands on your hips, and this is so you can feel what's happening, okay? So I want you to go ahead and tuck, bringing that belly button towards the spine, and then I want you to come back to neutral, and then I want you to tilt. Come back to neutral. So tuck, neutral, tilt, neutral. Tuck, good, neutral, and tilt, neutral. I'll turn to the side. Tuck, and neutral, and tilt. One more time. Tuck, neutral, and tilt, and neutral. Good. Now we're going to add the hip hike. When you do the hip hike, you're going to rest the weight on one leg with the other foot pointed out to the side a little bit as you lift your hip towards the rib cage. We'll focus on one side at a time, okay? So hands on those hip bones, and you're going to go ahead and lift. It's called a hip hike. So it's for the pelvic region. We hold for 2 seconds and we release. We're lifting. You feel that gluteus muscle contract and release. You're lifting, you're releasing. One more time. Lift, good, and release. Back to neutral spine. We're going to do it on the other side. So shift your weight to the other side. Other foot is pointed out to the side, and you're going to lift that hip towards the rib cage and down. Hold for 2 seconds. You're squeezing that gluteus muscle. Feel it contract and release. Again, neutral spine. Lift and down. 2 more times. Soft knees. Lift that hip and down. 1 more hip hike and lift and down. Now we're going to combine those movements. We're going to begin with the tuck, go to the tilt, and then the right and the left hip hike. Okay, hands on those hips so you can feel the movement take place right here in the abdominal wall. Okay, we're going to tuck, bringing that belly button towards the spine, come back to neutral, and tilt. We're sticking the tailbone out, back to neutral. We're doing a right hip hike, back to center, and a left hip hike. Back to center. Let's tuck again. So belly button towards spine, back to center, and tilt. Tailbone goes out, back to center. Hip hike, back to center, neutral, and hip hike, back to center. Let's do that again and speed it up. So we're gonna tuck, neutral, tilt, neutral, hike, neutral, hike again. So we're gonna tuck, neutral, tilt, you got it, tilt, and hike, and hike. Again, one more time. Tuck, back to neutral, tilt, neutral, lift up, and hike on the other side. Very nice. Let's practice that hip hinge now. Seated or standing, you want to practice with your arms out, nice and straight. Knee is over toe, not in front of toe, and you're sitting back in a chair. And then push up through the heels, okay? So we're gonna reach out if you can, and push up through the heels. Good, reach out, bottom is back like you're sitting in a chair, and push up through the heels. We're down, reaching out, pressing up, watch the knees over your toes, and out, very good, and pressing up, good. The next set of exercises are to strengthen the upper back and help prevent excessive forward flexion and rounded shoulders. We'll be focusing on the thoracic spine in both the seated and the standing position. We'll be creating 4 letters, forming 4 letters, the letter I, the letter W, the letter T, and the letter Y. It's important that your knees are soft if you're standing, and we're going to be hip hinging, seated and standing. Neutral spine, as always, shoulders are down and back. And for most of the exercises, our thumbs are going to be pointed up. I'll be cueing you. We want to go slow and controlled while we contract and squeeze those shoulder blades down and back. The first letter is the letter I. You begin with your arms by your side. We'll be doing this 5 times. You're going to lift your arms to the rear and you're going to squeeze those shoulder blades together as you lift. So we're going to bring those arms up, squeezing the shoulder blades and releasing it. Let's do that again. Hip hinge, bring those arms back and release it. Good. We're bringing it back. We're breathing, shoulder blades are down and back. Release 2 more times. And arms go back, squeeze those shoulder blades down and back. Release, last time, and squeeze. Great job, and release. Good. The second letter is the letter W. So arms are bent at the elbow. We're going to keep them close to the body. And we're going to lift with the thumb up. We're going to lift. Those thumbs come up. And then we relax as we come back to center. Okay, hip hinge. Thumb comes up. And relax. We're going to bring the thumb up. Good. And back like a W. Thumb comes up, hip hinge, shoulders down and back, soft knees, and relax. Last time, and making the shape of that W, thumb is up, shoulders down and back, and release. Great job. The third letter is the letter T. Your arms are going to simply extend straight out to the side. Again, your thumbs are going to go up. And as your thumbs go up, the shoulder blades go down and back. Okay, so here we go. We're lifting up. Shoulder blades drop down and back. And release. We're lifting up, shoulders down and back. And release. 3 more times. We're lifting up, letter T. And release. We're breathing and relaxing as we come back to neutral. 1 more time. And lift, arms out to the side. Good. And release. Nice job. The last letter is the letter Y. Our arms are going to come out angled towards the front. Again, slight bend in that elbow, and the thumbs are going to be facing upward. So we're hip hinging and we're reaching. If you can do 1 arm only, that's fine. And release. Okay, arms are making the shape of a Y. They go out on an angle. And release. We're going out. And release. We're breathing, relaxing as we come back. Thumb is up. And back. Last time. Thumb up. And breathing. And relax. Great job. The next exercise we're going to do is scapular protraction. The muscles surrounding the scapula provide stability and play an important role in the functional performance of activities of daily living. For this exercise, you'll be needing your resistance band. You'll take it and put it around your waist, grabbing either end in your hands and get it a comfortable resistance. And your palms are facing upward. Now, you're holding a tray. You're going to press those palms, those hands forward, and as they come forward, you're going to feel the shoulder blades open and then relax back to neutral. Good. Okay. Serving a tray of food to someone. You feel it. The shoulders open and relax. Good. Seated or standing. We're pressing forward, shoulders open, and relax. I'll turn a little bit more for you. We're opening the shoulder blade as the hands go out, and relax. Last time, press forward, good, and relax. Great. We can set the bands down now. The final exercises that we're going to focus on now are for the cervical spine to help correct forward head movement. First, we're going to focus on chin retraction. It's like a turtle pulling its head back into its shell. I'd like you to sit or stand tall with good neutral spine posture. Tummies are in and shoulders are down and back, thinking about that string pulling you upright. Take 2 fingers and place them gently right here on your chin. And I want you to put a little bit of pressure, pushing your chin backwards. Imagine that turtle going back into its shell. Hold it for 2 seconds and release it. Again, push gently back. Feel the spine lengthen and release. Again, push gently back and release. Just a gentle push, elongating that spine and release. One more time. Push gently back. Little bit of pressure and release. Great job. The second exercise is called the chin tuck. You want to place one thumb gently under your chin. Your head is in alignment with your spine. You want to apply gentle pressure right under the chin while you're slowly tucking your chin towards your chest and release. So apply a little bit of pressure. Elongate the spine and release. A little bit of pressure under, lift the spine and release. Soft knees. Here we go. A little bit of pressure, tuck the chin and release. And one more time, little bit of pressure, tuck the chin and release. We hope you enjoyed this exercise session and we hope you come back.